"And I want it stopped," Everard Rutledge growled. 1 week after my arrival at the Sudbury school in March of 1817, Rutledge faced me over his desk in his private study. The headmaster had a large, flat face, a bulbous nose, and short greying hair that looked as though perpetually whipped by high wind. His coat hung untidily on his large frame, his ivory waistcoat was rumpled, his yellowing cravat twisted. The effect was as though a bull had climbed into an expensive suit and then gone about its business. He had just told me a story of vicious pranks that had been perpetrated in the school, a chandelier in the dining hall coming down, a fire in the maid's attic, threatening letters written in blood, and 3 boys falling ill due to poisoned port. "Not nice," I remarked. "Worse than the usual pranks boys play on each other." "Exactly," Rutledge barked. "What do you intend to do about it, eh?" I looked at him in surprise. I had not thought discovering pranksters would be in the sphere of the secretary's duties, but Rutledge glared at me, as though waiting for me to produce the name of the culprit then and there. "What would you have me do?" I asked him. "Well, damn it, man, is this not why you're here? Grenville told me you were a master at poking your nose into things that did not concern you." "I do hope Grenville did not put it quite like that," I said mildly. Rutledge scowled. "You neglected to tell me how impertinent you are. I cannot imagine you made a very good soldier." "My commander would agree with you," I said. Colonel Brandon, once my closest friend, had often lectured me about my tendency to disobey orders and tell my superiors what I thought of them. "But please continue about the problem," I said. My curiosity piqued in spite of myself. "If you wish me to discover which boys are responsible, I will need as much information as I can obtain." "You'll do it, then?" I wish I'd been asked, rather than simply expected. Lucius Grenville had much to answer for. "I admit interest," I said. "That these tricks have been perpetrated for 3 months without anyone being the wiser is intriguing. Someone has been uncommonly clever." "Uncommonly indecent," Rutledge snarled. "Will I put my hands on him?" I knew the rest. Rutledge, I had learned in the weeks since my arrival, believed in strict and severe discipline. This was not unusual for a school's headmaster, but Rutledge seemed to enjoy meting out punishment more than did most sergeants in the King's Army. Rutledge's harsh method so far had produced no result. I could see that the students here feared Rutledge, but did not respect him. He leaned across his desk. "I do not think you grasp the seriousness of the situation, Lacey. The sons of the wealthiest men in England attend the Sudbury school. Their money could buy you and even Grenville a dozen times over. I do not wish for fathers to become unhappy at their sons' complaints. Do you understand?" "I understand well enough." The Sudbury school did not house the sons of lords and statesmen. Rather, their fathers were nabobs and merchants and men prominent in the city. They were the merchant class, the middle class, the sons of men who had started with nothing and gained fortune with the sweat of their brows. Boys finished Sudbury school, went to the city to add to their fathers' fortunes, and in turn sent their own sons here. Rutledge did not care a fig about money, personally. The unkempt manner of his clothes, his obliviousness to the comfort of his study, his even-handedness in dealing out punishment to the boys told me this: Rutledge would be as much at home in Carlton House as in a hovel. In other words, he'd never notice. What Rutledge cared about was the Sudbury school. His form of honour, if you will,